Okay, hello and welcome, Eaters. I'm hoping you all are fine. And after that online examination, I'm also hoping that you all gave it well, fine. And you all did not incur any such trouble. And you all are well, heartily, uh, physically, you all are well mentally, and you all are taking enough care. You all are keeping yourself busy. All these things, keep all these things in mind actually, and do not uh, do not just go into a kind of a hibernation mode. Try to make yourself productive, try to learn new things, stay happy, keep your surroundings happy. The happier you are, the happier your surrounding is. So, and is it also is true the other way around. So the happier your surrounding is, the happier you will be. So try to keep yourself happy, the surrounding happy, and everyone will be happy. So we are all happy, and when we are all happy, what should we do? We should clap our hands? No, we will be studying history. And I did upload, or I re-uploaded, or I just resent that link of the first video which I had uploaded, and over there I had mentioned about Bengal, the Battle of Plassey, the Battle of Buxar. That is why I did not make a new video, or I did not give you all an extra video over here. So I guess you all have gone through that, and you all now know why the Battle of Buxar was much more important than Battle of Plassey. Once again, I'll just say that Battle of Buxar was much more important than Battle of Plassey, because Battle of Buxar was fought by three combined forces of India. The it was having the forces of Awadh, it was having the force of or the military of the Mughal Empire, and it was having the Bengal army. So these three forces, they clashed together with the Britishers, and the Britishers defeated these three forces. And after that, the Britishers became more or less the unsaid masters of the entire North Indian plain. That is why Battle of Buxar is much more important. Battle of Plassey is also very important. It brought in the Britishers into the Indian political scenario. But then Battle of Plassey was always a foregone conclusion. Why? Because the Battle of Plassey everyone knew. Plassey over here, and Battle of Plassey everyone knew. The moment Mir Zafar changed side, everyone knew that Sirajuddaula would be losing. And do you all know there's one important thing which, or there's one small trivia or a fact. Mir Zafar, till the last moment of fighting, he was unsure which side to jump to, or which side to go to. Should he stay loyal to Sirajuddaula, or should he uh, change sides and go to the British? So Mir Zafar was unsure till the very last moment. But then at the last moment, when Mir Zafar saw that Sirajuddaula's forces were unable to match the artillery or the guns of the British forces, Mir Zafar changed sides, and he started fighting with the Britishers instead of against the Britishers. And Sirajuddaula lost. Sirajuddaula, I'll be suggesting you a book actually. If possible, get a book, The Anarchy by William Dalrymple. And if anyone is interested in knowing about how the Britishers actually became the masters of India, this book is a very, very well written book, and you can read this book. So moving along, what do we have over here? The What started happening was that the Britishers, they started gaining influence. The Britishers did not become the masters of Bengal. The Britishers did not sit on the throne of Bengal. But what happened was that there was a dual government kind of a thing in Bengal. What is this dual government thing? The dual government means that the Britishers were responsible for the collection of the revenue. So the Britishers started collecting the revenue, and that is the Diwani rights. So the Britishers, they got the Diwani rights, and the military also came. The military administration along with the revenue administration, the way the revenue will be collected, how much revenue will be collected, how much taxes will be taken from the peasants or from the farmers, all these things were to be decided by the Britishers and the new ruler Mir Zafar. So after the Battle of Plassey, actually Mir Zafar had sat on the throne of Delhi. Sorry, not Delhi, it was on the throne of Bengal, and He was just a puppet in the hands of the Britishers. Puppet as in the Britishers were controlling the revenue, the Britishers were controlling the military. It is the taxes and it is the armed forces which makes up any government of the world. If the Indian government today loses control over the taxation, or it loses control over the armed forces, the army, navy, or the air force, can you imagine a government of India? Will it be powerful? No. So the Bengal government was just a puppet in the hands of the Britishers. The Britishers were having the real power. But this was one kind of a power which they were enjoying without any responsibility. Why? Because the Britishers were collecting the revenue. The Britishers were taking care of the army. But the people, they knew that their ruler was still the Bengal, or the ruler was still the person who was sitting on the throne of Bengal. They knew that the Britishers were not the ruler. So if they were having any problem, if they were facing any problem, what was happening? They were complaining to the ruler of Bengal, or they were getting angry with the ruler of Bengal. The Britishers did not share any kind of responsibility in this. So this was a system, or this was a system of there was no real power with the Nawab of Bengal. But the responsibility of the government was on the Nawab of Bengal, and the real power was there in the in the hands of the Britishers, but they had no responsibility whatsoever for the people of Bengal. What happened over here is that the people of Bengal, they started getting neglected. Their welfare started getting neglected. If there is no person so as to use, over here you see Warren Hastings. Warren Hastings was he was a new Governor General. Although our history books portray him as not a very good person, but it was Warren Hastings. If you people who have been to Patna, and you'll find the Golghar over there. The Golghar is still being used as a storage of grains. It's a granary. So it was Warren Hastings after the devastating Bengal famine of 1770. So after the Bengal famine of 1770, it was Warren Hastings who was so much moved by the pitiable conditions of the people of Bengal that he created, or he founded, many such granaries all throughout the province of Bengal. And one such granary still exists in Patna, that is the Golghar. People who have been to Patna, people who live in Patna, they have relatives there, you will be knowing Golghar is a very important landmark in the city of Patna. So it was Warren Hastings. So what happened was that due to this dual government, the Nawab of Bengal having the responsibility, but he was having no power. He was not having with him the revenue, he was not having the money with him so as to rule according to his wishes. He was not also having the army so as to enforce his wishes. So what was happening? The main money was being controlled by the Britishers, and the Britishers, they wanted to take as much of money away from Bengal, and so as to fund their trade, and so as to send the surplus or the profits to England. They were not concerned with the people of Bengal. What actually happened with this was that there was the devastating famine, because there was drought as in sukha, and there was no proper rainfall. And till today in India, we are much dependent on rainfall for our for the agriculture. And because of this, there was three consecutive years of drought, and people of Bengal started suffering, and there was people of Bengal, millions of people perished in this. And this was such an incident that it was raised, this incident was raised even in the British House of Commons, that is the British Parliament. So after this incident, this incident actually showed that the Britishers were not at all responsive, or they were not at all caring for the people of Bengal, and it was that they only wanted the money, or they wanted to exact as much amount of profit as they could. So this was about the dual government of Bengal. After this, if you do have any problem in this part, you can mention it in the comment section. The Battle of Buxar, Battle of Plassey, the dual government of Bengal, these are very important to be kept in mind. And not only from this history book, you can read from any book, any source. You can ask me for such books, or I'll be suggesting you books. Get those books, read history, not only from the books, but read history from any source you can. It does not matter which class are you in, which class you are in. It does not mean that if you are in 8th standard, you cannot read a history book. You can read a history book anytime. And actually, the way those history books are written is very, very interesting, much more interesting than the way these books are written. So, till then, please take care, stay safe, be safe, and keep spreading happiness just like a unicorn. Thank you.